Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing like a first impressions video. I'm going to be trying out this new makeup brand. Well, it's not new, but like I've never tried anything, and I'm going to be doing like a full face, trying everything from this brand. And the brand is called, the name of it is Quo, and I'm pretty sure like it's exclusive to Shoppers Drug Mart. Shoppers Drug Mart is like a brand in Canada. It's like a drugstore, and I'm pretty sure that this is like their makeup brand. So I'm not sure if you can get it anywhere else, but I live in Canada. I'm pretty sure Shoppers is the only place you can get it in. So I got all of this at Shoppers Drug Mart. By the way, I do have lashes on already. I do have the eyelash extensions, but I also wanted to add a little bit more. So I was going to do my brows, but then I realized that this is a first impressions video and I'm going to be using like a new brow product. So hopefully it works, because I feel like last few times I've been trying new brow products on camera especially, it just hasn't worked. So I've had to use like my regular stuff. So I do have my regular brow products here just in case it doesn't go as planned. Like I said, I've never tried anything from this brand. This is my first time. So this is the Quo Nourish and Prime Hydrating Primer. Okay, yeah, so it's just a pump. So I'm just going to apply like one pump, and it's going to take forever to come out. Yeah, I've been pumping this like probably about 20 times now. Nothing has came out yet, so. I just assumed I'd play the part. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's like a light pink color, but yeah. I'm just going, I think I pumped out a little bit too much. Keeping you in the right direction, no matter how your confidence may fall. It actually just kind of smells like lotion, just like regular lotion, but I don't know, for some reason I like the smell of it. So, and it kind of feels like a lotion, almost like a little bit thinner, a little bit more of like a watery lotion. It doesn't feel like silicone or anything like that. And it just like applies in the skin really nice. It actually feels really moisturizing. And it's starting to feel like tacky on my face, so that should be a good thing. And my hair is kind of in my waist, so I'm just going to clip it back if I can find my clip. I don't know where my hair clip went, so I might have to just put my hair up. Just threw my hair up in a pony just so it's not in my face, and we can move on to foundation now. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be using the Quo Luminous Finish Foundation. And I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it's like exactly my color. I don't know. So I'm just going to pump it on the back of my hand. It looks like it might be a little bit darker, but actually now I think about it, I remember buying this and I had the shade that was like perfect for my exact color, but I wanted to buy a shade darker just because I knew I was getting this foundation because I wanted to like film with it. Oops. And whenever like I get my actual foundation color, it just looks so white because the lights like, wash me out. So normally when I get a foundation and I know I'm going to be filming with it, I get one that's a shade darker just so I'm not like super white when I'm filming. I'm using my Morphe M439 brush to blend out my foundation. Okay, I kind of switched around a little bit just because I feel like it was super bright, so I hope it looks okay. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with one more pump of that foundation just because I want a little bit more coverage, but I do look really dewy. That's because it's super hot. It's like 30 degrees outside and I have all of my lights on, which already makes it really hot in here. Okay, so I think the foundation looks good. It has like good coverage. I would say it's more of like a medium coverage foundation, and it does look a little bit like luminous, like a little bit dewy, so I like. The only thing is it kind of feels like sticky on my face. Anyways, and now I'm going to move on to concealer. I'm using the Quo Illuminating Concealer. I don't know how well this shade is going to work because I think it looks a little bit pink. I was looking for one and they didn't have like a yellow one. It was sold out and I really wanted it at the time, so I got it. So I'm not sure, this one might look a little bit pink. A little bit pink, not too much. It feels really nice though, like when I'm putting it on. Like my camera just died, but yeah. Okay, so now I'm just putting some on the bridge of my nose and my chin, and then just a little bit in the center of my forehead. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention, I forgot to wet this as well, but I'm going to be using the Quo blending sponge. So it's like a little kind of beauty blender, not a beauty blender, but it's like a sponge. So it doesn't look like the regular beauty blenders. It's like shaped like this, kind of like that. So I'm just gonna go get this wet. Okay, so I just had to get out of that crop top because it was really bugging me. So I'm just wearing like just a t-shirt that I wear around the house. And I did find my clip. I'm gonna clip my hair out of the way so it's not in my face. So now I'm just going to take this sponge and I'm going to blend it out.
Just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding home.
When you get it wet, it still feels like hard, like it's not as like soft and squishy. And I feel like when you're kind of like patting it on your face, it still feels like hard when you're blending it out. So I do like the Beauty Blender better than this one, and the Real Technique ones, Real Techniques, that's like one of my favorite sponges too.
Didn't wake up yesterday, so hold on to me.
And for this concealer, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. Like, you can see concealer down my nose, and I just blend it out. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but like I blend it out, but you can still like see that line, like where it's like blended out or something. I don't know, like even where I put it here, it's like blended out, blended into my skin, but it didn't really like blend into my foundation. It kind of just left like a mark of where it was, you know what I mean? It looks okay on my chin and under my eyes. The one thing though is it doesn't really have any coverage at all. Like, it's definitely like a sheer coverage concealer, which I'm not really a fan of. Maybe I'll try going with a little bit more because it like kind of just went all the way. I don't know if that could be like the sponge eating it up, or maybe I'll try one side with this sponge again just to see if it does give any more coverage, and then I will try this side with like a brush just to see. I'm going to try it with the brush on this side just to see if it makes a difference. Yeah, I feel like it looks pretty much the exact same with the sponge and the brush. So yeah, this is just kind of sheer. I really care for that so far. And then to set it, I'm going to be using this Quo contour palette. So it comes like this. It has a mirror, of course, and then it has instructions. And it comes with a brush, which I'm probably not going to use, or actually maybe I will use it just to kind of give like the whole kit like a fair test. So I'm going to take the highlighting shade. So it has like a matte shade for highlighting and setting your concealer, and then it has a more warm tone to like bronze up your face, and then a cool tone to contour with. And they didn't have like any palettes. This is the only ones. Don't know how it's going to work for all skin tones because they didn't have like a light and medium. This was the only one they had. So normally I would go for a highlighting shade that's a little bit lighter, but we will try it out. Of course, it will still set my under eye concealer. I'm just not sure how much it will.
Hold on to me.
So the one thing I like about this, I don't know why, but whenever I try out like contour powders now, I notice if it's like super powdery, and I think that's just because I always use the Anastasia one and I love that so much, and it's so powdery. Even though it's so powdery, it honestly doesn't bug me, but I just think now when I try out contour powders, that's like the first thing I always notice is if it's powdery or not. And sorry, I'm looking at the viewfinder, I just want to make sure that like everything's good. But yeah, so this one isn't like powdery. I mean, it has a little bit, but if you go like this, like there's not tons of powder. When you tap it off, powder does come off, but when you go like this, it doesn't like make a mess, which it doesn't really bug me if powders are like that, like I said, because I love the Kat Von D one and it's super powdery, but that doesn't bug me. It kind of does look a little bit like powdery. Like normally when you put on a powder, it makes your skin look so like smooth and flawless and everything. This didn't really do that. You can like tell there's like almost like a thick powder on my under eye, it looks like, and it looks like where I put it right here, for some reason it like stuck to my skin, and it looks like very chunky, like a lot of like yellow just right here. So yeah, it definitely didn't like highlight or anything. It did set my concealer and it kind of left like a dark yellow orange mess, so whatever. Moving on. So now I'm gonna use the warm shade to warm up my face. And I'm going to use my Morphe M530 brush, and I'm just going to take the warm shade, which is the middle one. And this, okay, yeah, this one is definitely a lot more powdery than the highlighting shade. That does have a lot of powder to it. And this might be a little bit too dark and like too orange for me, but yeah, we will try it anyways. And like I said, this was like the only shade that they had. They didn't have like two contour kits for different skin tones. This was the only one they had, so I think this one definitely would be for like more medium to dark skin tones, because this one is a little bit too orange and a little bit too dark on me, and then this one doesn't highlight my face, so yeah. But this one is a really like light cool tone shade, and this is what I definitely go to when I contour my face. I do normally go with a little bit of a lighter like cool tone shade, but I think this will work. And that's a weird thing too, is because like these two shades are for like more medium to dark skin tone, but when you're like pale like me, then like I use a cool tone shade to contour with. But when you're like normally more dark, you don't really use a cool tone, you just kind of use like more of a neutral one. But yeah, I'm gonna use this brush just because it came with it and I thought I would give it like a fair shot. So yeah, so it's contouring my face. The brush, it works, it gets the job done. If you don't have a brush and you're buying this, then you know, you could just use this one. So I just put a little bit down the bridges of my nose and under here maybe. To me, it's like nothing special, but it does work. Not my favorite, I don't really care for it. And I think I paid like $30 for this, but it's not like super horrible. Okay, and then I'm gonna do blush. So I got this Quo blush, and this is like the blush duo. So I will just take it out of the packaging. I always say like I should do this before I start filming because it takes me a long time to get things out of the packaging, but I always end up forgetting. So I do like the packaging for it. It just comes in like a little kind of like pan thing and you can see the color. It's a really pretty color. I think they had like 3 shades to pick from and I picked this one because I thought this one was the prettiest. I don't know if you can see it, if it will focus. This is in the shade Peach Perfect. I'm just going to apply a little bit of it to the apples of my cheeks. It's just like a nice peachy color. It kind of looks like Melba from MAC, which I've literally been wearing Melba like every single day for the past like 3 months when I go to work. I don't know why. And to me, it like used to look like a perfect like pink shade, but now that I wear it, it looks like a peachy color on me. For some reason, I don't know if it always did or if I just noticed it. And this is exactly what it looks like on my cheeks when I wear Melba from MAC. And I actually like this blush. It's nice and pigmented and it's got 2 shades. So if you only want to use one, you can use one or you can mix them together. I honestly just like mix them together. The only thing I don't have from Quo is a highlighter, which really sucks. They didn't have any kind of highlighter. I mean, they had like liquid ones to mix in with your foundation, which I just was kind of like, eh. So yeah, that's the only thing that sucks is that they don't have a highlighter. I'm gonna try and highlight my face with this eyeshadow palette that I got. So this is the only thing I'm gonna be using on my eyes today is this eyeshadow palette. And I'm just gonna try and use this first like light yellowy shade, kind of like Nylon from MAC. And these are super powdery, these eyeshadows. They're like very powdery. Okay, so it did highlight my face, but I don't know if you can see, it kind of just looks like a line on my face. Just gotta blend it because it kind of looks a little bit silly. I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna move on to my brows, and I got this brow pencil. I'm kind of wishing that I would have got like a brow powder instead, but I don't think they had any pomades, I don't think. This is the Precision Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Taupe. I don't think they had like very many colors. I honestly don't think this color is gonna work on me, but we'll try it out for the video, and I think it's gonna be too light, honestly. I really like the formula of this. If I had a better color, I probably would really like this. I think it would be good on someone with like blonde hair, but I'm still gonna fill it in anyways, and if I need to touch it up with mine, like my brow product, then I can do that. It does come with a really nice spoolie on the end. It usually takes me a long time to do my brows, that's why I normally cut it out of my videos, but since I'm trying a brow product, I'm gonna keep it in. I do really like the pencil. I just wish that I had a better color, but I do like it. It definitely is like a good product, so I just wish that I had a better color. I'm just gonna go in with my brow powders. My brows look really like crazy and not how I normally do them, but I've been already doing it for like half an hour. My camera's been recording for that long, so yeah, just ignore them, please. I know they look horrible and so bad, and I would never like really do them like this, but I just want to get on with the video because it's really late at night and I have to work tomorrow, so yeah. I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow now. First color I'm gonna take is like light warm brown shade. I'm just going to put that in the crease of my eye. Actually went in my crease really nice, and it's like nice and pigmented. They are really powdery though, like when you put your brush in the palette, but I don't really mind that. I've kind of gotten used to that with certain products. As long as it's like pigmented and it blends out nice and like they're nice shadows, like they're pretty colors, then I don't really mind. The main thing with eyeshadows for me is they have to be like pigmented and they have to blend out easy. Like sometimes when you get shimmer eyeshadows and they just like have no pigment at all, like none, and then you apply it and you blend it out a little bit and then it like all goes away. Like those are like shadows that I do not like. So hopefully these shimmer ones aren't like that, and sorry if I just blinded you with the mirror, but yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this next shade right next to it. It's like a little bit more of a cool tone brown shade, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a small And now I'm going to take this dark brown shade and just put that in the inner and outer corner of my eye. And it's really like not that pigmented. I wish it were a little.
Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
Yeah, you can't even like really notice it at all. It's kind of a disappointment. And now take like this copper shade right next to it, and I'm just going to put that in the center of my lid. And this is a shimmery shade, and that dark brown one is a shimmery shade too. I'm putting that copper shade in the center of my lid, and honestly it doesn't even look like it's doing anything like at all. Which I thought that this look would be really pretty if that dark brown shade were like really dark in the inner and outer corner, and then this like gold copper shade in the center, but the dark brown shade isn't really doing its job, so this look is kind of not really turning out. I will try again, go back in with it, but... So I'm just going to try wet it with my Fix Plus to see if it does anything, and honestly, I've never like wet one of my like blending brushes. Weird, and I'm just gonna go in with that first shade that we went in with and put that in my crease. I'm gonna take like this gold white shade, the one that I used to like highlight my face with, and I'm just gonna put that in like the center of my lid, just because I feel like this look just looks really boring. It just looks like I have like matte brown shades all in my crease.
Please don't wait here until your faith is shaken. There's a whole lot of good on your mind.
Wow, you can see when you get that shade wet, that gold shade, it literally looks like a darker yellow gold than it does like in the palette. Like in the palette it looks like a light shade. That's crazy. I'm gonna take this light like white shade to highlight.
Hold on to
I'm also going to put a little bit of that white shade in the inner corner of my eye, maybe just like a touch on the center of the lid. And then I'm going to take a flat definer brush and I'm going to try use that dark brown eyeshadow again and put it on my... Maybe I will take this shade, like the second one that I went in with, like the more cool tone brown shade, just to blend it out a little. I also did get this loose powder, and I'm going to use it to bake my face. It's the Quo CC powder. That's all it's called. Okay, so it has like a sticky thing that you take off, and it does have a sifter, so that's nice. I'm just going to take this sponge, and I'm just going to like put it under... Oh my god. Put it under here. It feels really, really like soft. It feels so nice on the skin. It definitely feels a lot better than like the Laura Mercier one. I don't know, I just don't like the Laura Mercier one because I have dry skin, so as soon as I put it on my face it just feels like too dry. Like it makes my face like almost kind of like hurt and feel tight. I also got this liner from Quo. I always use gel liner, but they didn't have gel liner. The only eyeliner they had was 2 or 3 different liquid ones, so I thought I would just get liquid liner. The applicator for it is really nice. I think I paid $12. So this is what the applicator looks like. I kind of got eyeliner on my hand, so just ignore that. Actually like a really nice thin one. It's not a felt tip, but it does have a really nice like small line, so if you do want to do wing liner you can get it like really nice and sharp. I don't think I'm going to do winged liner. I'm just going to do like a line across, but oh, I got it under here. I'll have to fix that after. But first putting it on, it feels so nice. It glides on like so smooth. It feels really actually nice when you're putting it on. And you can see it's really black. It just doesn't have like a matte finish. It looks more like glossy when you apply it, but actually no, when it does dry, it actually looks pretty matte. Like sometimes when you buy liquid liners, they kind of like stay glossy. This actually looks pretty matte, and it did dry actually really quickly. So when it dries, it doesn't look glossy at all. It looks like matte. Which some people like glossy, like looking black eyeliner, and some people like more of a matte eyeliner. I like mine to be matte most of the time, but this, when you apply it, it does look glossy, but once it dries, it looks matte. So, and it feels really nice putting it on. Now I'm going to wipe away this powder. Yeah, I really like this powder so far. And now lastly for lips, this is the Quo Lip Velour. It's kind of like a liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Angelic, so it's like a pinky nude shade. And I think I paid like $10 or $12 for this. It feels really, really thin on the lips, like almost like watery. It is like pigmented, like you can see it goes on your lips, but it's not like super pigmented. The only thing I'm kind of don't really like about it is the applicator. It's like a brush kind of applicating it, like a brush applicator. So this liquid lipstick is actually really nice. It's not moussey like a lot of liquid lipsticks are. It feels like nothing's on your lips. It is a really pretty color. I only had to use like, I think I dipped in once, maybe twice, because when you do like take it out, you do get a lot of product like on the applicator. The only thing is I don't care so much for the applicator. It's more like a brush thing, but it doesn't bug me. I don't hate it. The formula is really nice. Still actually really moisturizing at all, and it doesn't like transfer. I will just go through everything now really quickly. I like this primer. It just feels like a really watery kind of moisturizer. It started to get tacky after I applied it, and it looks like it's holding up the foundation considering I'm like sweating really bad and I'm really hot in front of all these lights. So I did like this. Foundation, this is like okay, I'm not totally in love with it. It's like the Quo Luminous Finish Foundation. I did go in with 2 layers. I would say it's more of like a medium coverage, definitely not like a full coverage, but it's not super sheer. It does have a pump though, which is nice, and I do actually really like this color on me. It almost looked like it was a little bit too dark, but it actually like matches my neck perfect, and it doesn't oxidize, which I like because I hate when foundations oxidize. I don't like this concealer. I don't like the color of it. I don't really care for the formula. When you do apply it though, it feels so nice. It feels like so thin when you're putting it on. It just like glides across. But I didn't like the color of it. That's my fault. I got the wrong color. I should have got like the more yellow tone, but they were sold out at the time, so that's my fault. But I just don't like it because it's really sheer. It has like no coverage to it at all. So if you're like looking to like really highlight and brighten your under eye or like cover up dark circles or anything like that, this concealer isn't going to be it. It's very sheer. I went in with 2 layers and it still was really sheer. I could still see like my freckles and everything through. Again, I don't really care for it. I feel like it would suit more medium to dark skin tones because this just like made it look like a huge like orange like blotch under my eyes. It kind of like clinged to my dry patches. Contour shades are okay. They're not horrible. I just don't really care for them. I feel like if I would have had a better color to highlight my face, then I probably would have liked it more, but I don't love it. I'm not obsessed, but like I don't totally hate it. It's just like, it's like whatever. I like this blush. I like the packaging and I really like the color, and as soon as I put it on my cheeks, like it was nice and pigmented and it blended out easy. I do like this. I really like the formula of it. It comes with a spoolie, so it's like nice to blend them out. But I just need a better color. If I had a better color, I feel like I would like it a lot more. And then this liquid liner. I'm not a huge fan of liquid liner, but I do like this. It like glides on really nice. Very pigmented. It's very black, and it actually dried really quickly. And when it did dry matte. It's not like a glossy finish or anything. It is matte, so I like this. I don't like this eyeshadow palette at all. I completely like dislike it. I hate to say that about products, but I really don't like it. They're like not pigmented really. They just are awful. Like, yeah, definitely not worth the money. I don't recommend this. I do not like it at all. I'm sorry, but it just isn't good. And then last thing is, or no, sorry, the second last thing is this lip velour. So technically it doesn't say it's a liquid lipstick. It says it's like a lip velour, but it definitely is a liquid lipstick. And in my opinion, it's almost one of the best liquid lipsticks I've tried because it honestly feels like there's nothing on your lips like at all. And it doesn't transfer, and it has like a really nice color. This is in the shade Angelic, and you can see it doesn't leave that gross like marker under your lip. I'm not sure how long it holds up for, but it is a pretty color and it's inexpensive, so I do like it. The only thing I don't like is the applicator because it's like a brush applicator, but when you do take it out, you do get like tons of product on it in like one swipe, so you don't have to like dip in again. This is probably like one of my favorite things next to like okay, so these probably are like, I'll show you my favorite things right here, like these things, and like, okay, these are probably my 4 favorite things out of all of them. The liquid lipstick, the liquid liner, and this blush. I love this blush. And then this powder I really like. I've been trying to find a really good like setting powder to bake with and stuff because the Laura Mercier one is just too drying on my skin. It just makes my skin feel really tight and like it hurts. It's just too drying for someone who has dry skin, so I don't like it, especially when I set my under eyes. But this feels so smooth. I mean, I did only try it to bake, but like as soon as I put it on, like it felt so smooth, and it feels like a really soft powder, like, and it has like a little kind of like spongy like sifter thing so it won't get super messy. And I think I paid $20 for this, which isn't bad. So I actually really like this and I'm excited to like try it under my eyes and stuff. So that is everything. I hope you guys like this video. I really like doing these kind of videos, trying new makeup and like new brands and stuff. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you do subscribe to my channel, don't forget to click the bell to get notified every single time I upload. And I will see you